What's up, y'all? It's Mercedes and Brittany, and we're here to share our story of how I told Brittany that we were finally pregnant. Yeah. Take you to the camera. A disclaimer, if you hear Bo griping in the background, it's because he's sitting right next to us in his swing and he's angry because it's nap time, but it's also too late for a nap, so
He's gonna have to deal with it. Sweet boy.
sorry.
We'll have to get him out here in a minute so y'all can see him.
Okay, so if you didn't watch our last video, you should go on and click through that one and watch it. But we inseminated on the 5th of November, and they told us to wait 2 weeks to test.
Yeah.
But I was restless, and I ended up testing 11 days later. And so that day at work, I asked my friend Victoria, I was like, I really want to test. I mean, like, it won't hurt anything. Like, if it's negative, it's probably just too early. I just really want to get it off my chest because it's been sitting in my mind the whole 11 days. And so she was like, yeah, of course. Like, let's just go to my house. Let's get a test and let's roll with it. Like,
But at this point, I didn't know she was gonna test early. I was just waiting for those 14 days and
right. And so we went to Walmart and I got an early response, like first response test, and went to her house for lunch, peed on the stick, left the room, left the bathroom, and then I came back like 5 minutes later, however long you're supposed to come back, and I saw like the faintest of lines. At least I thought I saw a line. I wasn't sure if I was seeing it or my mind was making me see it because I wanted to see it so bad. And so I like came running out with the test. My hands were all shaking. And I was like, Vic, look at this. Tell me, like, do you think it's positive? Do you think it's positive? And she looked at it. We like turned a flash and our flashlight on. And we were looking. And she was like, I think I see a line. And oh my gosh, I was so excited. Like, I think I started tearing up and everything. It was such a big, like, I was so excited. I'm talking too fast because I'm like, so after I took that test, I think every time I went to the bathroom, I was taking another test. I took a test every single day until I told her. Like, the day I told her, I was still taking tests, which was only like 5 days later. I think I finally took a test on the 19th of November, which was a Friday, and that's when you came home, right?
yeah, Friday.
So I took it on the 16th, and then she was coming home on the 19th, and I took a test every time I peed, and it, slowly that second line just got darker and darker and darker, and I was so excited to tell her. I almost couldn't hold it back because she was in Houston, and I had to pretend like I wasn't doing any of this, and I had to like hide the excitement in my voice and my face whenever we would like call on FaceTime.
So that morning, I knew she had to take a pregnancy test. Like, I knew that was the day that the doctor told her to go and take a test. So I called her. Was it before school?
Yeah, it was before I was on my way to work.
Okay, so it was before I went to school, and I got to school at like 7 o'clock. And I asked her, I was like, hey, did you take a test this morning? And she said, yeah. I was like, well, how was it? And she just started crying. And I was like, oh, shit. Thinking she wasn't pregnant. Like, it came out negative. And she played it all so freaking good.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Like, she was legit crying. But to her, it was happy tears. To me, it was
oh no, I'm
sadness,
not pregnant.
brokenheartedness. So all day I was just like, oh, feeling so bad and like kind of down about it. Well, on the way home after school, I stopped and got her some flowers and some of her favorite chocolate and a little card.
Mm-hmm.
So I got home. She was still at work. I got home and I set it all up on the table for her.
My best friends were there.
Yep.
And
they were
when she came in, apparently they were like, oh, that's so nice of you.
And,
but they didn't know what was going on.
I said, yeah, Merce just kind of had a bad day, so. What is it, buddy?
I can get him.
I just told him, yeah, Merce just had a bad day, so I figured I'd get her some chocolates and some flowers. Well, she gets home, and, you know, she's like, oh, that's so sweet. You know, still playing it off.
I don't remember. Did I tell you on Friday or Saturday?
You told me that day.
I thought so. So after I came home and she surprised me with like the flowers. You say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. He doesn't know where to look. Look up here. Oh, 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 this is my pretty man. Okay. So when I got home and she had surprised me, don't do it. I hear it, sir.
Let me go get
There's one over there on the couch. He's been having spit up fits this past couple weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So I get home, you know, I'm excited because I'm like, oh, I get to tell her. I finally get to tell her, right? And then I walk in the door and your mommy got me flowers and my favorite chocolate and a nice card. And I was like, she's the sweetest human being ever. And I over here lied to her face for hours. And then I felt like a jerk. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Is that funny? Okay. And so then I was just I changed clothes and I was running through the house. I had put like all 5, 6, 7, 10 tests, however many tests I took, into my waistband. And I had to put a sweater on so it would cover up like the bulkiness. Yeah, that's what happened. And I was running through the house. I was like, how can I tell her that I'm pregnant without Cindy and Carly hearing? Because I knew I wanted to tell them, but I didn't know how long she wanted to wait for us to tell people. And so I was like, I want to tell her. I want it to just be us, a little intimate moment. And so I was running around and I couldn't figure out how to tell her. And so then I was like, okay, let me walk outside. Let me just brainstorm. Yeah, so I go outside and I'm brainstorming and then I see our 4-wheelers. And I'm like, oh my gosh, perfect. She had just changed the tire or patched the tire because my 4-wheeler kept going flat. And so she had just patched the tire up. She had just aired it up, I think like the week before. And I was like, this is perfect. This is going to get her, if I tell her that this tire's flat, she's going to come out here pissed off and it's going to be the best surprise because, you know, the tire's not going to be flat and she's going to get the best news of her life. And so I set the tests like in the wheel well and I called her and I said, hey, I need you to come out here. The 4-wheeler tire is flat again. And she was like, are you f***ing kidding me? And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, come out here and look.
Yeah, I got up, pissed off, walking outside, walking around the house, walked back to the 4-wheeler, and I look at the front, look at the tires are fine, start walking around the back. I'm like, they're not flat. But then I look again, and I see all the tests sitting there in the wheel. And I just like paused and looked at her. And I was speechless. I didn't know what to say. I hadn't looked at him yet. And then I grabbed them and I looked at them all and they're all positive. All, however many of them there was. She put them all down there. And then that's when the tears came.
Mm-hmm.
It was the greatest moment of my life.
Yeah, how did you like feel? Like you said, you're like speechless, but then like...
Yeah, at first, when I first saw them and they were sitting there, like right now, I don't know. I just saw them and yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. So then after I told her and we shared our little happy tears, as we were walking back up to the house, she was like, oh, did you tell Sydney and Carly? I said, no, like I wanted to tell you first. I was like, did you not want to wait? Do you want to tell them? She's like, yeah, we might as well. They're here. And, you know, we went in and we told them and we'll insert all the videos of us telling everybody. And then I wanted them to meet Peyton. We were all going to go out that night to a bar, which Peyton is another one of my really close best friends. And I was like, well, Peyton's coming too. Should we tell Peyton? And she was like, yeah, might as well tell Peyton. So we told Peyton. And then, you know, as the holidays came up, because it was right at the end of the year, we progressively told our family and then announced it to everybody that our freaking dreams came true, finally.
Yeah.
And now we got a little stinker.
We love him and he's so cute.
And he takes the nastiest poo-poos.
And he has the cutest little smile.
Yeah, I do. He never likes to show it off, though. And he'll be talking and laughing with Brittany. And the moment I pull out my camera to videotape, he's like...
He loves me.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got me good. she definitely played it off real well that she wasn't pregnant. And then, come to find out, she was.
Lo and behold, I was a good liar. I don't lie often, so I was like, I'm not gonna be able to pull this off. But I did.
She sure did. Okay.
What?
Do I want to look at him?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Holy shit, babe. Well, if you guys like this video, go down there and comment if you want to leave a comment, and subscribe and like this video if you'd like to see more. Stick around, and
If you have any questions or suggestions, we're open to anything. So just leave a comment below. Okay, so we'll see everybody next week with another video.
love you so much. This is I'm gonna eat my face.